What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be talking about how to create your own niche. There's been this massive craze around finding a niche. In my humble opinion, I think that is horrible advice. Anyone that's telling you to copy them, this just doesn't work. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a framework that I've personally used to grow my following to almost 6 million followers on TikTok, 340 million likes, almost 4 billion views, 500 million views on YouTube, top 2,000 creator on YouTube, also almost a top 1,000 creator on TikTok, and then around 280K on Instagram. So the reason I show you that is not to toot my own horn, but to tell you that I know what I'm talking about. And these are the exact frameworks that I've done to grow all my social media channels. And I'm giving them all away for free because I want to see everyone win. With that being said, if you have not already joined the OSSA.AI Discord, what are you doing? Come and join. We have an awesome community there. Lots of incredible creators, knowledgeable, and tons of value in there. I'm always doing live stage calls, so please make sure to hop in the Discord if you haven't already. With that being said, let's hop into how you can create your own viral niche. A few assumptions and definitions. I believe it's very important to set the framework so that we can be on the same page of what we're talking about. So let's go through this real quick. Assumptions. Number one, you either have an OSSA.AI subscription or you have the necessary editing skills and content creation skills to create short form content on your own. In other words, you're either using OSSA.AI to create your content, which creates short form faceless videos that are optimized and engineered for engagement, or you're using something like CapCut, Adobe Premiere, or Filmora to manually edit all your videos, and you have all the skills and micro skills to do so that you can edit your content so that it performs. Secondly, you're willing and able to post at least once a day for 2 to 4 weeks to test your created niche. This takes time. You need to give yourself time. Anyone that's selling you a course that says you're going to get rich quick, it's just not true. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but I promise you, if you're just getting started or a little bit newer, just focus on consistency. Quick definitions. Borrowed attention is the act of taking what is already getting attention, using it. I'm not sure if anyone else uses this term. I kind of coined it, I feel like, but essentially what this looks like is what is currently working and how do I take from it? And that's a very simple understanding of it. We'll dive into that later. Creativity. This is going to be the most important part of probably all of these resources and definitely this specific resource. So I really want you to understand creativity, and we're going to dive deep into it, but it's the ability to take existing elements from any domain and to reorder those into novel combinations that are useful. Creating a niche, the ability to identify trending topics, video styles, and pages, and combining them in a creative way that makes it new and unique to you. This is what works. Faceless short form video. This is a vertical video, typically 60 seconds or less without a person on the screen. Finding a niche, a term that's been promoted and sold by influencers that are selling you a half-broken solution on creating a specific category of content for your social media platforms. This doesn't work. High attention authority figure. This is someone who's well established in the world and well known. Think any of the presidents, Cristiano Ronaldo, Tucker Carlson, Jimmy Fallon. These are all high attention authority figures. High attention words. These are topic, ideas, and terms that are trending and universally known. High attention authority figures are high attention words, those words I just said. What are some other? These are typically niche specific, meaning if you're making videos about anime, then some high attention words there would be Goku, Naruto, Dragon Fist, Super Saiyan. Those are all high attention words within that niche, for example. Influence, ability to grab viewers' attention and make them do something different. What does that look like? We are all influencers. We influence people every day. You yourself are an influencer. When you're sitting at the lunch table or you're on your break at work and you're eating a burger from some place and then you really like it and then you tell your friend you need to try this and then they go and get it, you've influenced them to go and try that burger. When your friend or your spouse or someone you're in a relationship with does something you don't like and then you sit down and have a conversation with them and you say, please don't do this anymore, and then they don't do it anymore, you have influenced them. An influencer is simply just someone who can persuade or inspire others with their opinions, expertise, or popularity. Like I said, we're all influencers. A niche, this is a corner of the internet, in this case on social media, that has a well-established audience and culture. We talked about anime as the example. Short form video, a vertical social media video that is typically 60 seconds or less. Last two, target audience, the ideal people you want to watch your short form videos because they're most likely to watch and engage with your specific niche or content style. Like I said, we're going to go on the same example. If it's anime and you're making stories about Goku, then your target audience would be people that enjoy anime. And if we were to really get specific, it would be people that are fans of Goku that watch anime. Viral aspects, the individual reasons why a video, niche, or style of content is performing. So if we were to evaluate content, which we'll talk about later, there's certain reasons always why a certain page or a certain video or style of content is performing. And we'll dive more into that in future resources. Quick introduction. I talked about how there's this craze of finding niches that's been promoted by many course sellers, gurus, social media influencers. If you're not aware of what finding a niche means, we explained it up there. I've been doing this for over 5 years, and telling someone that this is the best niche and do this niche is the worst advice you could ever get. And I highly recommend you never do that. If you find a niche, then typically that niche is already saturated. You're too late. This strategy can work sometimes. And like I said, there's exceptions to the rule, but in my opinion, it's not an optimal way to grow something sustainable and see the most growth possible, which is why we are all here. We all want to go viral. We all want to find success on social media. We eventually want to monetize. I get it. In this document, I'm going to share my personal mental framework that is nowhere else to be found on the internet. You're not going to find this in a paid Discord. You're not going to find this anywhere except right here. After reading this document, my promise to you is that you'll be armed with the tools to be the guy that people copy, not the one who is hopelessly searching for the next big thing. You will be the next big thing. One last thing, just to set proper expectations before we move forward. This is not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it and everyone would be successful. Also, if you're new to social media and you're just starting and this is the first resource you've really consumed and you're taking that leap, you're supposed to suck, and that's okay. And finding a niche is just one piece of the puzzle. The biggest thing is you need to be willing and able to post consistently on social media every single day. And also you have to be willing and able to evaluate your post performance so that you can continuously improve and craft videos that perform higher over time. The goal is to just get a little bit better. Compare yourself to yourself. That's all that matters. This is so incredibly important. Before we hop into the framework, I need you to understand creativity and really pay attention here. Creativity, like we said, is the ability to take existing elements from any domain and to reorder those into novel combinations that are useful. The simplified definition is that we take existing stuff and combine that stuff or shuffle that stuff into your own thing so that it's interesting and engaging to others. You're probably asking, Cole, why do we care about creativity? I just want to get rich. I just want to get a ton of views. It's because we're creators. We need to be creative. And this is one of my favorite quotes about creativity. It's not enough just to make something different. For an idea to be considered creative, it must be new, but also be good or better than the previous things in some way. This is a quote by Dr. Andrew Huberman, neuroscientist. We need you to be able to identify the reasons why existing niches or styles of content are going viral and then steal aspects of what they're doing that is working and make it your own. So you're probably asking, Cole, you're telling me to steal stuff? Isn't that wrong? Maybe, but what if I told you every idea is stolen, nothing is original? And if you don't believe me, check this out. Here's the examples of the most, quote, creative things ever created. The first iPhone. If you don't know the original Steve Jobs iPhone reveal speech, I highly recommend you drop what you're doing right now and you click on this link and you watch it. And I want you to pay close attention to what the iPhone really is. For those of you who don't know, Steve Jobs essentially comes on stage. Everybody knew a phone is just something to call people, but he added texting and apps and a new interface, all these existing elements, and combined them to make them his own. That's the iPhone. What about Reese's peanut butter cups? Well, the Hershey's company didn't invent chocolate. They didn't invent peanut butter either, but guess what they did invent? The novel and robust combination of the two and the brand behind Reese's peanut butter cups. They stole from what was already high attention and universally known and liked and made it their own. How about Fortnite? There's a lot of people watching this that have played Fortnite, even myself in the past. And you're probably asking, this isn't original? Kinda. Think about what they did. Is this the first OG third-person shooter game? No. Is it the first game you can build structures? Nope. First game that you can find weapons and loot a map? Nope. Is it the first player versus player environment cooperative game? Nope. Was this the first battle royale even? Nope. That was H1Z1. It probably wasn't even the first attempt at combining all these concepts and putting them in a game, but it was the first game that did it right. See how that works? Now that we understand what it actually means to be creative, we can step into the framework. Let's hop into it. Here's the framework. We first need to identify a high-performing niche or style of content. Your first step is to find an incredibly saturated niche or niches. And yeah, you heard that right. Go into the Discord channels you're in and find channels where people are sharing niches or video styles that are working. Or go to YouTube search and search best niches right now and take note of those niches. Watch those videos. Find the most saturated niches. And we're not going to copy these, but we're going to steal from them. Let's say that you saw people going incredibly viral doing this strategy of clipping podcasts and putting GTA racing clips in a split screen short form video. If this niche is already working for everyone, you're too late. But what if I told you can take aspects of this and create your own viral niche? And here is the example we're talking about. I know everybody knows this. Step 2, analyze the content. Why is this niche performing and what is unique about it? The target audience is somewhat unclear here. Why is it unclear? Because if you were to go visit this channel, which I'm not going to link it, it's essentially just a bunch of authority figures that are talking about different topics. They have no niche. It's Theo Vaughn, and then it's Elon Musk, and then it's Jeff Bezos. And this is obviously obviously the Joe Rogan podcast, there's really no target audience, which is one mistake here. And this could lead to people falling for comedy in this instance, and maybe some for information, some for conspiracy theories, some for motivation. And over time, the target audience becomes diluted because some people are falling for Elon Musk, some people are falling for Joe Rogan. See how that works? You want to be more specific. And if I was to do this type of content, I would want to have a more niche down type of person at the top of the clip, but we'll dive into that in a second. But this is bad for engagement because over time, you have all these people falling for different reasons and different types of content. And that's why some of these videos perform and some didn't. But let's break down the viral aspects. So number one, it's engaging video style. And this is going to come full circle very soon. So it has an engaging video style. It has two things for people to look at, a clip here and a clip here. It has an authority figure, Theo Von, and a popular video game clip, GTA. And like I said, high attention authority figure at the top. It has Theo Von up there. He's an authority figure and a high attention person. A lot of people know about him and people care about what he has to say because of who he is inherently. On the bottom clip, we have a high attention video game. We have GTA. GTA is one of the most popular video games of all time. It's universally relatable and known, as well as this specific clip is very entertaining. There's a lot going on. It's this car rolling down this ramp in GTA racing or whatever it's called. Also, this is a high attention clip, right? We're breaking down each aspect. This top clip is a conversation between two high attention authority figures. This is Theo Von and he's talking to Joe Rogan. And guess what they're talking about? How Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk look like aliens. So much great stuff there in terms of high attention aspects. We have a bunch of high attention words used in that podcast. When they're speaking, when Theo Von and Joe Rogan are having this conversation, some of the words used are aliens, Facebook, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. These are all high attention words, universally known. You see how that works? Also, the editing style, one word captions, fast paced captions, super great for engagement. Also, the sound behind this video, I'm not going to show it, was goofy, kind of funny, fast paced. It matches the emotions and the pacing trying to be conveyed in the video. And I have a full resource on how to actually select sounds, and we'll dive into that later, but this is the most important prerequisite we're going over right now. Congratulations, you literally just completed half the steps to creating your own viral niche. Remember how we just talked about creativity? Now it's time to get creative. As Austin Kleon, the writer of one of my favorite books, Steal Like an Artist, once said, every new idea is just a mashup or remix of one or more previous ideas. I highly recommend that you stop what you're doing right now. You go to Amazon and you buy this book. This is not an affiliate link. I'm not getting paid off this, but this right here is one of the best books if you're wanting to be a creator. It teaches really what creativity means. A lot of people think that they need to be absolutely unique. There's nothing that's unique. There's nothing that's 100% creative. Everything is just a spin-off of what already exists. So let's get creative. Let's take this analysis and reshuffle these things we found in a way that's novel and robust, but most importantly, attractive to the observer, aka the viewer. Niche idea 1. Split screen, a famous football player, interviews, and crazy FIFA clips, dribbles, goals. And just to be clear, these are just examples. I'm not saying go and replicate this exact type of content. That is definitely not what I'm saying. I'm also not saying to do this specific faceless type of content. I'm just giving you these examples as frameworks. And the reason I chose this type of style of editing or video style is because I know everybody is familiar with this. So it would make it very easy to understand these concepts, but I'm teaching these concepts. I'm not saying go and do this style. So who is the target audience? People who watch football and are interested in following the biggest players, most controversial and polarizing interviews. Let's break it down. It has an engaging video style, right? We took this engaging video style that we found up here from this one, and we stole this idea and we made it our own. So now we still have two things to look at, but instead we made it our own. So two things to look at: engaging authority figures and a popular video game clip. There's high attention authority figures, Ronaldo and Piers Morgan speaking in this video. They're authority figures, high attention people that are globally known and globally recognizable. People care about what these guys have to say because of who they are. There's a high attention video game clip on the bottom. FIFA is one of the most popular games in the world. See what we did there? We swapped the game. Instead of saying, okay, we're just going to be lazy and take this clip, we decided, let me find another video game that's very universally known, high attention, and swap that out. And then let me tie these clips to that. See how that works? High attention clip. In this instance, the creator would have clipped a very engaging conversation between the two authority figures talking about a controversial topic, which could be Ronaldo's opinion on Lionel Messi. That whole target audience would love that clip between these two. Also, what could be some high attention words in this theoretical podcast? Ballon d'Or, Ronaldo, his team, Messi, football, has one caption, animated subtitles. And like I said, for the sound, we're not going to dive too deep into it, but we would want the sound to match the emotions and the pacing conveyed in this clip, which we'll dive into in another resource. See how we took what was working and created our own niche? This is the secret sauce. If you can do this, you can create tons of new niches and have people copying you. This is how you do it. Nobody is teaching this. Next idea, split screen of Sam Solik motivational clips and clips of famous bodybuilders lifting in the gym. Who is our target audience? People who watch Sam Solik and want motivation to work out. Let's break it down again, and you're going to see the patterns now. See how this was so easy to create a new viral potential niche based off of this framework. We didn't just copy this, right? We took aspects of it and we're making our own. So let's go through it real quick. Engaging video style. Once again, two things on screen. High attention authority figure. High attention authority figure. Engaging conversation. This is a hypothetical conversation that Sam's having in his car, which everybody knows Sam Solik. He's one of the most influential authority figures in the fitness space right now. And he's having some sort of motivational conversation, right? So we clipped an engaging clip of Sam Solik's vlog, as well as an engaging clip of Ronnie Coleman squatting. And this could be Jay Cutler. This could be Chris Bumstead lifting. Everybody's going to watch this. What else? There could be high attention words used in this. Chest, arms, gains, etc. High attention words that are specific to this niche and the target audience. See how that works? For a sound, I would probably use something that is slow and motivational to match the pacing, because he talks very slow, as you guys know. He's not like the other influencers where it's very fast paced and crazy, but it's very slow. So I would do a slow and motivational sound behind this, hypothetically. Let's go into this last example. Once again, you see how easy this is. Check this out. Who's our target audience for split screen of popular president speeches and engaging U.S. military clips? The target audience would be United States citizens that are proud of their country and support U.S. democracy and freedom. As you can see, once again, we have an engaging video style. We have two things to look at: an engaging authority figure and then another high attention activity. In this case, it's a clip of the military firing off a weapon. We have President Obama, high attention authority figure. Everybody cares about what he has to say because of who he is. And you could replace him with any high attention authority figure that's a president or leader in politics. Boom. There's another niche that was just created right in front of your eyes. We clipped a high attention combat clip from this link here, and some of the words that are high attention, he could be talking about the United States, war, 9/11, war on terror, terrorist. This could be a hypothetical clip that he's talking about during one of his speeches. We have our one-word captions, animated, and then some sort of sound that would match the emotions and the pacing of the video could be used here. So maybe this is a motivational and a righteous speech by President Obama, and you put some sort of funk sound behind it, or some sort of faster-paced, motivational, gritty sound. See how that works? And that's literally it. Like I said, these are just examples. And by the way, here's a quick checklist on how to create your own niche. This is also in the document. So here's one of the beta testers. His name is Joshua. He's found some very fast success within the first month of using OSSA.AI. He's 20 years old with little to no social media experience and zero experience creating faceless content. And just like you, he wants to have success on social media, eventually wants to monetize, and we'll talk about monetization in a future document. But here's his account. We can click on it here. All these videos are created using OSSA.AI. You can see the performance here, 11K, 10K, 10K, 10K. You can see our watermark there, which we don't have anymore, so you don't have to worry about that watermark. His average video views as of today, which is the 16th, are 5 to 10,000 views a video, 500 plus subscribers, and over 180,000 views. Let's analyze this content. What's the target audience? People who are fans of anime and interested in hypothetical stories about their favorite anime characters. Cool. Let's take a look at one of his videos and then we'll break it down.
In the last episode, we found out that All Might attacked Goku, and Goku smiled. All Might was furious that he wasn't able to do damage. Goku then went charging at All Might and used Dragon Fist. All Might then was knocked unconscious, and Goku won the battle. Goku was surprised that All Might was able to last that long. Then All Might congratulates Goku in his win. If you guys like what you see, follow for more anime stories.
Great. So let's break it down. There's just one example, one of his videos. The video has animated one-word captions, engaging contextual images, great video pacing, and engaging video transitions. It has high attention authority figures, Goku and All Might, and captivating scripts. And I do think the scripts could be improved, but obviously Joshua is still crushing it. And in the next resource, we go over how to adjust scripts. And I actually make an example of how to improve his scripts. So make sure to tune into that. High attention authority figures, Goku and All Might, two of the largest authority figures in anime. They are high attention authority figures and globally known and globally recognizable, right? High attention images. The images created from OSSA are incredibly engaging and contextual to the story being told. High attention niche specific words, Goku, All Might, super Super Saiyan, Dragon Fist. Those are all niche-specific high-attention words. What would this look like if it was done wrong? He would be using characters that no one know, a character that maybe appeared in one episode, but instead he's using the main characters. He's using everybody knows Super Saiyan, everybody knows Dragon Fist in the anime community. See how that works? Ongoing stories across the feed. What's really interesting about what he's done is that if you notice here, he's doing multiple parts, and that is so brilliant. And I hope some other people that see this try to replicate a similar niche, not in anime, because do not copy word for word, but this style of doing multiple parts is brilliant because people inherently are going to see the caption and be like, oh, there's multiple parts. I need to click in and subscribe. And this is definitely one of the reasons why he's getting so many subscribers, is because he brilliantly took this unique creative idea and decided to do multiple parts to stories. So that's really cool. Lastly, he's using fast-paced font to complement the fast-paced and urgent emotions of the content. And I'm not going to go into scripts, but you can go to the document and actually break down 2 of his videos and how to change the scripts within the feedback on the scripts. Step 3, let's take this analysis and reshuffle these things we found in a way that's novel and robust, most importantly, attractive to the observer. Creative niche idea 1, presidential battle stories. Target audience, people are interested in the US political landscape and support a president. Here's the example script. And just for the record, I'm not a political guy. I just know what's trending and what's going to get attention. So that's what this script is written off of. As you can see, here's the hook. It's a showdown. Donald Trump and Joe Biden step into the political octagon. Sleepy Joe Biden steps up to the podium. I know that's very high attention trending. It's an inside or outside joke by a lot of people, but Joe ends up falling asleep at the podium. Donald Trump sees this and exposes it faster than the border crisis. High attention word. It says, I want a Big Mac with a side of fries. The crowd becomes silent. Follow for part 2. Let's check out this video.
It's a showdown. Donald Trump and Joe Biden step into the political octagon. Sleepy Joe Biden steps up the podium, but Joe ends up falling asleep at the podium. Donald Trump sees this and exposes it faster than the border crisis. Who to think wins this debate? Donald Trump then says, Joe sleeps more than my grandma, and she's dead. The crowd at the political rally bursts out in both cheers and boos. All of a sudden, Sleepy Joe Biden wakes up and says, I want a Big Mac with a side of fries. The crowd becomes silent. Follow for part 2.
So as you can see there, we took what he was doing here and we made it our own. What does this look like? We have that same engaging video style. We have high attention authority figures, 2 people battling. See how I said follow for part 2 at the end? We're doing multiple videos to tell the story. So we took aspects of what he's doing here and made it our own. We talked about the images being incredibly engaging, the high attention niche specific words, Donald Trump versus Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, border crisis, political rally, ongoing stories. I just talked about this. We're going to steal from Anime Verse Vids, which is Joshua's account, to split our stories across multiple short form videos. This causes the viewer to click into our videos and binge watch our stories. It'll increase conversions on followers since people are going to want to see future videos. They want a conclusion. What kind of sound would we put there? I'll dive into that in a future video. Let's take another example, creative niche idea. 1v1 famous football players. Another story right here. As you can see, it's a showdown. Lionel Messi faces Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'm just going to show you the video. But you'll notice we took aspects of what Joshua was doing and we made our own niche. So now we're doing a showdown between famous football players. Target audience is football fans who are interested in seeing their favorite famous players match up against each other.
It's a showdown. Lionel Messi faces Cristiano Ronaldo in the Camp Nou stadium. The game starts with Messi dribbling down the sideline as Ronaldo chases him down the side of the football pitch. Messi begins juggling the ball as he runs down the Camp Nou pitch. Are you Team Messi or Team Ronaldo? The crowd cheers and Ronaldo becomes angry. Cristiano Ronaldo thinks to himself, I cannot let Messi clown on me in front of this crowd. It's time that the world knows who Cristiano Ronaldo is. As Messi continues juggling the ball down the football pitch, Ronaldo's slide tackles Messi with his cleats up. The referee blows the whistle and reaches for his pocket. The football ref holds out a yellow card in Cristiano Ronaldo's face. Messi laughs as he realizes that this will be an easy match. Follow for part 2.
Check that out. So we took the same exact concepts from what Joshua was doing in Anime Verse Vids and we made it our own. Engaging video style, high attention authority figures, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. People care what they have to say inherently because of who they are. High attention images. The images created from OSSA.AI are engaging, contextual to the story being told. We have these high attention words, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Camp Nou, which is one of the most popular football stadiums in the world. Clown, juggling, yellow card, football pitch. We stole once again from his idea of splitting the stories across multiple short form videos. This causes the viewers once again to do the same actions we're just talking about. For the sound that we would use, we'll dive into that in a future video. And that is it. It's that simple. To recap, there's 3 steps. We identify high performing, saturated niches and content styles. Then what do? We analyze that content. Why is it doing so well? What aspects of this are performing? We take aspects of why these videos are performing and we make it our own. We put our creative spin on it. Same thing here, and same thing with the Joshua example from Anime Verse Vids. Guys, that's it. Nobody else is sharing this information. That is how you do it right there. So I hope you found that incredibly valuable. Like I said, make sure to come join the Discord. I'm always doing live stage calls. We're going to have guests on in the future that are going to explain how they're going viral using OSSA.AI. Even if you're not a user of OSSA.AI, would love to have you in there because we love to have creators in there, aspiring creators. There's so much value in there. The community is amazing. And I'll see you in the next video.